28 months later, the anticipated sequel to the 2007 film 28 Weeks Later looks set to continue one of British cinema's strongest post-apocalyptic thriller franchises. The series began with 28 Days Later in 2002, directed by Danny Boyle, which revitalized modern horror and thriller cinema. That film told the story of the aftermath of a violent viral outbreak that ravaged England, focusing on the survival struggle of those left behind. The second film in this series, 28 Weeks Later, took things a step further by setting the story 10 years after the virus spread, depicting the survivors in a now decimated London. 28 Months Later promises to expand on these themes, taking the series into a deeper and more complex world. In 28 Months Later, humanity once again faces the struggle for survival, but this time, the virus appears to be evolving rather than simply dying out. The infected, who were once a devastating and violent force, may now have mutated into a new type of creature. This will likely give rise to theories about the virus undergoing genetic mutations. The film will explore a world where humanity is trying to rebuild but simultaneously facing the instinctive responses of a natural order that has reasserted itself. The psychological trauma of the survivors, their efforts to reorganize society, and the inevitable confrontations with the old world will form the core themes of the film. Like many sequels, 28 Months Later may feature a dual structure. On one hand, the survivors trying to endure and, on the other, a group trying to escape the virus's deadly effects and build a new society. This could lead to more action and tension, but as with Boyle's previous films, expect a deep dive into character study and psychological suspense. In both 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later, the films were known for their bleak atmosphere and abandoned cityscapes, offering a strong sense of isolation and danger. This tone will likely continue in 28 Months Later, with Boyle's visual style guiding the film's direction. Realistic cameras and post-apocalyptic imagery will immerse viewers in a world left in the wake of the virus. However, instead of cities decaying into ruin, the focus may shift to areas attempting to recover, yet still unable to return to their former state. The fast-paced, action-heavy sequences and grim tone seen in 28 Weeks Later could make a return here. However, Boyle's signature approach to creating tension and fear, not just through action but by deepening the psychological conflict of the characters, suggests that this film will explore more than just the physical survival of humanity. It will likely delve into the deepest scars left on the human psyche. The film's lead characters will likely include both survivors from previous installments and new faces from the emerging post-apocalyptic world. Whether any of the actors from 28 Weeks Later, such as Robert Carlyle and Rose Byrne, return is yet to be confirmed, but new characters will likely have rich backstories filled with trauma and conflict. Given the strength of the performances in the previous films, we can expect similarly impactful performances in this sequel. 28 Months Later promises to deliver both intense action and psychological tension. The struggle for survival, the virus's potential mutation, and the challenges of rebuilding society will provide a layered narrative. Danny Boyle is expected to amplify the horror and suspense, creating a new dystopian world while maintaining strong connections to the themes of the previous films. The film will undoubtedly continue the series' strong legacy, offering audiences both thrilling action sequences and deeply emotional, thought-provoking moments. 28 Months Later is certainly a sequel that fans of the franchise are eagerly anticipating.